Season 3, Episode 3 of Legends of Tomorrow opens up in the year 2042 in Seattle. And Argus apparently rules Seattle and passed laws against metahumans, just like an X-Men Ultimate Universe. And has someone locked up in their truck and probably taken them to prison. But of course, the water assassin Vixen's sister, modern Vixen's sister, shows up, delays her plans, tries to apparently kill her, but she manages to escape at the last second. And all the while, Gary is watching, and apparently she never saw him or tried to kill him. Luck is on his side. But then Gary sends a message to the Time Bureau, like a distress call. But of course the Legends intercept it and decide to take on the case instead. Even though the Time Bureau probably should have gotten there before them, since they're on top of their game, or at least should be. Unless they were dealing with something else. Which is possible. So then the Legends search for Zari to protect her from the water assassin, which doesn't go as planned. Since Argus drones are everywhere, managed to track him down, and Argus bribes to take him in. But Zari manages to escape because she knows how to hack drones and is still on the run. Then apparently she goes to McRory's favorite bar later on. Legends catch up, ask her to join him again on their ship, and then the water assassin comes back, tries to capture her, I guess. Doesn't manage to, even though it almost seems like she's a better fighter than Sarah. Which probably is possible, but probably just because of her different fighting style that Sarah probably hasn't learned or knows how to combat yet. Then they take Zari to their ship, and of course Gary reveals that it's a time ship that they're on. And then they want to use Zari as a bait for the water assassin so they can get to her in fixed time. But of course she only agrees to this if they break out her brother in an Argus prison, which they agree to. And then they manage to get pretty far, but then Jax decides to break out all the metahumans, which includes some kids, after he learns Argus has been experimenting on them. So they break out everyone. Then they realize Zari brother's not in prison, and she tricked him so she can steal a totem in Argus that used to belong to her brother before Argus agents killed him. Then she used her wind totem to escape. And then meanwhile, while the Legends were doing this, Nathan and past Vixen were on the ship high on a plant from Zambezi. Yeah, Zambezi. So Vixen can go on a very short spirit journey or a spirit walk and talk to her ancestors after she's been losing control of her totem all this time and sleepwalking as a spider, apparently. And her ancestor basically just tells her that her totem's growing stronger because there's a greater evil to face, and she should just trust in it. Which I guess solves her problem. And then she tells her about a girl with a totem that she has to save, which I assume that she assumes that's Zari, but maybe it's her granddaughter from the future, water assassin. Because I think she has a totem too. Because at the last second, at the end, she pulled out a gray stone with some words on it. Or maybe that was just a teleportation stone or something. Because she used to have an amulet too in Vixen Seed. But it probably got destroyed in the fire. But if she got resurrected, the totem should have too. Unless you can't resurrect magical artifacts for some reason. But you can resurrect magical people. Which doesn't really make sense, but oh well. Well, Nathan's too high to do anything, and Vixen becomes clear. Everything's clear to her. And she goes into Seattle right after Zari fought her granddaughter. And then after Ray zapped the assassin, thought he took care of her, but of course he didn't. And she tries to drown him, which is pretty cool. And then Sarah and the team tries to stop her, don't really succeed. But modern day Vixen does, puts up a shield, trusts in her totem, protects them. And basically she admits that she's her granddaughter, since she can't kill her, since it would be like killing herself. And then the legends ask Zari to join the team after Amaya tells her that their paths are connected because of their totems. And of course she decides to join. And now we have another member of the legends.